Hello, Trinity family. This is Pastor Doer, and this is your Theology in Three. Today, I'd like to continue with our conversation about Deuteronomy 26. Again, this is the story of Israel as they are leaving Egypt. They're wandering in the wilderness, and a new generation of people has now sprung up. And they are going into the land of Canaan, and Moses and God are preparing them for the entrance into that land. So they're retelling them the history of their people, and then also preparing them for what is to come. So it started with the wandering Aramean Abraham, the man that God has chosen to be the father of his people. And then it moves to God's delivering his people from slavery in Egypt with his mighty and outstretched arm. We'll be looking today at Deuteronomy 26, and we'll be picking up with verse 8 and then continuing on. And the Lord brought us out of Egypt with a mighty hand and an outstretched arm, with great deeds of terror and signs of wonder. And he brought us into this place, and gave us this land, a land flowing with milk and honey. And behold, now I bring the fruit of the first of the fruit of the ground, which you, O Lord, have given me. And you shall set it down before the Lord your God, and worship before the Lord your God. And you shall reign in all the good that the Lord your God has given to you and to your house, you and the Levite and the sojourner who is among you. This passage now is looking forward to what they can expect in the new land, in the land flowing with milk and honey. Sometimes when I read this, especially as a kid, I had this idea of like rivers of milk and rivers of honey within the land, which would actually be kind of gross if we're being honest. But that's the kind of imagery that you get. And it's a metaphor. It's a metaphor for a land that has good crops and good livestock, right? A good place for livestock to graze, a good place for crops to grow, because bees are associated with crops, right? Bees are used as pollinators. They help pollinate the plants so you get a good crop yield. And then they also can be used as their own foodstuff. Honey is amongst the sweetest things that you have in the ancient world to eat. You don't have sugar cane or sugar beets available in ancient Israel to sweeten things. And so things are sweetened with honey. And one of the coolest things that we've discovered is that the oldest known apiary in the world is in northern Israel. There has been excavations done, and they found an apiary, a beehive, 30 beehives existing today that they've found. Now they're excavated. They're in the Israel Museum in Jerusalem. But they estimate there could have been as many as 200 hives in this particular apiary. Now, you and I might think, you know what, the beehives can stay outside of town. Nope, not in this town. The apiary is in the very center of the town. And they may have even imported bees from Anatolia, a little less aggressive version of them. But they brought them in, and they used them to collect honey and then pollinate their crops. And so what's really cool about this is this idea that the image that God gives, a land flowing of milk and honey, these good things like crops and livestock, but that's not the end. That all of this comes from God. And so there is a call to offer back the first fruits to God, an offering to God in thankfulness for what he's given to his people. That thankfulness offering still continues today. We, as modern Christians, understand a concept of tithing. And this is why in church we pass the offering plate every day. It's because when we do, we are remembering the gifts that God has given to us. And in thankfulness, we are offering back to him our first fruits of what he has given to us in thankfulness for all that we have. And so here we see that there is good gifts from God, and there's a proper response as we give those things back to our God. I pray that you have a blessed rest of your day, and I look forward to seeing you soon.